Vietnam, often described as the most unique and captivating country in all of Asia, stands out not only for its rich history and vibrant culture but also for its remarkable geographical and natural diversity. This nation, shaped distinctly like the letter C, is situated in the heart of Southeast Asia and commands a strategic position that has historically made it an important crossroads for trade, politics, and regional security. Bordered to the north by China, to the west by Laos and Cambodia, and bathed along its eastern and southern shores by the expansive waters of the East Sea, Vietnam's location places it at the nexus of some of the world's most bustling and influential trade routes. This placement has elevated Vietnam from a simple country to a vital link connecting major economic powerhouses such as China and India, as well as other emerging nations within the region. Covering an area of approximately 331,212 square kilometers, roughly comparable in size to the American state of New Mexico, Vietnam's landmass is modest in scale, yet the diversity of its natural landscapes and ecosystems is truly extraordinary. Despite its relatively small territory, Vietnam's environment impresses visitors with an astonishing variety of natural features. Towering mountain ranges dominate parts of the country, among which Phan Saipan stands out as the highest peak in all of Southeast Asia, soaring to an impressive 3,143 meters. These mountains are often cloaked in clouds and served as a backdrop to lush, fertile lowlands that teem with life. These plains and valleys are home to a rich and vibrant ecosystem, including dense mangrove forests that thrive along the coastline and serve as vital habitats for countless species. The country's coastline stretches for over 3,260 kilometers, revealing some of the most breathtaking seaside landscapes in the world. Among these, Ha Long Bay, recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, enchants visitors with its surreal limestone karsts and emerald waters, creating an almost otherworldly scenery. Similarly, Mai Kea Beach has garnered international acclaim, with Forbes magazine ranking it among the most beautiful beaches globally. For sea lovers and those seeking tranquil azure waters and pristine sandy shores, Vietnam offers an irresistible allure that leaves a lasting impression. The climate across Vietnam varies considerably depending on the region, adding another layer of complexity to its natural charm. In the northern parts of the country, residents experience 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter, each bringing its own weather patterns and cultural festivities. Conversely, the south tends to have a more straightforward climate with just 2 main seasons: the rainy season and the dry season, both characterized by persistent heat and high humidity throughout the year. The central region, however, is renowned for its unpredictable and often extreme weather. During summer, the hot and fierce Lao winds blow through, bringing sweltering heat, while the rainy season can cause severe flooding and landslides, reshaping the landscape periodically. This climatic diversity not only influences daily life but also enriches the country's cultural tapestry, as communities adapt to these natural rhythms. As of the year 2024, Vietnam's population has approached nearly 100 million people, making it the 15th most populous country in the entire world. Beneath these impressive demographic figures lies an intricate cultural mosaic that reflects centuries of history and tradition. The nation is home to 54 distinct ethnic groups, each contributing their own customs, languages, and traditions to the collective identity. The dominant group, the Kin people, constitute about 85 to 90% of the population, but the remaining minority groups, including the Hmong, Tay, Ca, Manang, and Caho, play a vital role in shaping Vietnam's cultural landscape. Their festivals, rituals, and everyday practices weave a colorful tapestry that makes Vietnam not only a geographically diverse nation but also a culturally vibrant one, brimming with life and tradition. Turning to the beauty of the people themselves, Vietnamese women are often celebrated across Asia for their natural elegance and charm. When discussions of Asian beauty arise, many immediately think of Vietnamese women, graceful, radiant, and exuding a gentle, authentic allure. Their smooth, luminous skin, expressive eyes that seem to hold 1,000 stories, and soft femininity make a deep and lasting impression on all who see them. It is no surprise that Vietnam consistently ranks among the countries with the most beautiful women in Asia, according to reputable sources like Insider Monkey. For travelers and admirers alike, observing Vietnamese women is more than just noting physical beauty. It becomes a source of pride and admiration for a nation that values elegance and grace. Yet, beauty is only one facet of their identity. Modern Vietnamese women are confidently stepping into the forefront of society, blending tradition with progress and innovation. According to Forbes, by the year 2024, Vietnam is expected to lead Southeast Asia in the number of women entrepreneurs, exemplifying how the country's women are not only admired for their appearance but also celebrated for their achievements and leadership in the contemporary world. Approximately 40% of the population falls into this category, a figure notably higher than the global average of around 28%. To illustrate, consider the remarkable story of Nguyen Qui Phuong Dao, who holds the distinction of being Southeast Asia's very first self-made female billionaire. Her journey from humble beginnings to extraordinary success has served as a powerful source of inspiration for countless ambitious women across the region. Her achievements not only demonstrate individual perseverance but also ignite hope among young women who aspire to break traditional barriers and reach for the stars. Yet, behind these shining accomplishments lies a more nuanced, everyday reality that many do not immediately see. According to recent survey data, Vietnamese women, on average, dedicate more than 5 hours each day to household chores and domestic responsibilities. This substantial daily workload, often unnoticed by outsiders, perhaps plays a crucial role in cultivating their exceptional multitasking abilities. These women skillfully balance managing their families with running businesses or pursuing careers, doing so with a level of confidence that commands admiration. They are not typically prone to complaints about their circumstances. Instead, they demonstrate a resilience and capacity to handle a double burden that is truly remarkable. When it comes to personal relationships, Vietnamese women are characterized by their loyalty and emotional depth. They are deeply faithful, nurturing, and caring, yet simultaneously exhibit qualities of independence, strength, and resilience that enable them to stand firm in the face of life's challenges. These women tend to be open and friendly, especially towards foreigners, displaying warmth and sincerity in intercultural exchanges. An increasing number are engaging in cross-cultural relationships, fostering connections based on mutual respect, genuine emotional understanding, and cultural curiosity. The digital age has further transformed the landscape of romance, with many women finding love through dating apps such as Tinder or social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. In recent years, there has been a noticeable rise, by about 25%, in couples choosing to live together before tying the knot. This new generation of women is not merely defined by their beauty or success. They are bold, active, and unafraid to challenge traditional norms. They are reshaping what it means to live and love by their own rules, embracing independence and modernity with confidence. If you're curious about how to win the heart of a Vietnamese woman, leave a comment with the number 2, and perhaps we will share some secrets with you. Now, moving on to another fascinating aspect of Vietnam, the Kingdom of Motorcycles. By the year 2024, estimates indicated that there were between 72 and 75 million motorcycles registered across the country. This means that nearly 3 out of every 4 residents own their own two-wheeled vehicle, a staggering statistic that surprises even seasoned motorcycle enthusiasts worldwide. In bustling megacities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, motorcycles make up between 85 and 90% of all street traffic. When you witness the morning rush hour, with a seemingly endless stream of bikes flowing like a rushing river, it's not just a traffic jam, it's an everyday Vietnamese spectacle that has become a defining feature of urban life. So, why are motorcycles so prevalent in Vietnam? The reasons go beyond mere convenience. Motorcycles are incredibly maneuverable, easily weaving through narrow alleyways and crowded streets, drastically reducing travel times and helping commuters avoid gridlock. They are also significantly more affordable than cars, making them an accessible transportation option for most people. In densely populated cities, where every square meter of land is precious and expensive, opting for a motorcycle makes perfect economic sense. But these two-wheeled vehicles are not solely used for personal transit. For many, they are vital sources of income, serving as delivery vehicles for food, parcels, and groceries, or as vending platforms for snacks and drinks. Some even transport larger items like refrigerators or livestock, such as live pigs. The motorcycle's versatility makes it indispensable for countless livelihoods. Furthermore, the motorcycle has become more than just a practical tool. It has evolved into a cultural icon deeply embedded in Vietnamese daily life and identity. However, the sheer volume of motorcycles on the roads does bring its share of challenges. Issues such as air pollution, noise pollution, and traffic congestion have become increasingly pressing concerns. Addressing these problems requires comprehensive, coordinated efforts from government authorities, urban planners, and society as a whole. For visitors new to Vietnam, a crucial piece of advice when crossing the street is to remain calm, do not stop or run abruptly. Instead, move slowly and steadily, maintaining eye contact with approaching drivers, which helps ensure safe passage through the bustling traffic. Trust me when I say that the Vietnamese are masters at outsmarting expectations and outmaneuvering outsiders with their unique approach to everyday life. Even simple acts like crossing the street become an intricate dance, almost an art form in itself, requiring patience, intuition, and a keen sense of timing. Navigating the bustling streets of Vietnam offers a fascinating glimpse into a world where the ordinary blurs into the extraordinary, revealing customs that might seem unusual or even questionable to foreigners, yet are perfectly normal and even cherished by the local people. First and foremost, one of the most striking aspects of daily life in Vietnam is the practice of getting a haircut right on the sidewalk. Unlike in many Western countries where grooming takes place inside dedicated salons, in Vietnam, all that's needed is a small stool, a mirror, and a handful of barber tools. The scene is lively and vibrant. A mobile barbershop set up under the bright, relentless sun, amidst the constant hum of scooters and the cheerful chirping of birds. It's a spectacle that, to the outsider, might seem unconventional, but here it's simply part of the fabric of daily life. Often, you can get a neat, professional haircut at a price that's comparable to your breakfast, an affordable luxury that perfectly exemplifies Vietnam's resourcefulness and communal spirit. Moving on to the next point, in Vietnam, the act of drinking beer in public spaces is not only common but also an integral aspect of social life. Whether it's on the busy sidewalks, in sprawling parks, or amid the chaos of lively streets like Bui Vien or Ta Hien, any place can turn into an impromptu gathering spot. All you need are a plastic table, a couple of chairs, and a cold beer, and you're ready to join in the festivities. This simple setup is the foundation of countless impromptu parties that last into the night. In Vietnam, beer is more than just a beverage. It's a social catalyst that transforms strangers into friends, fostering camaraderie and community in a way that feels both natural and inviting. The third remarkable aspect concerns the ease with which one can obtain medication. In many countries, acquiring medicine without a prescription involves waiting periods, visits to doctors, and sometimes complex procedures. However, in Vietnam, the process is remarkably straightforward. With a quick visit to a local pharmacy, describing your symptoms, and a bit of friendly conversation, you can walk out with the necessary medication within minutes. This swift service, though incredibly convenient, can initially seem surprising or even confusing to visitors unfamiliar with such practices. It raises questions about safety and regulation, prompting some to wonder whether this ease is a blessing or a potential risk. Nevertheless, it remains a distinctive feature of Vietnam's healthcare approach, one rooted in accessibility and practical convenience. Now, let's turn to the fascinating and sometimes perplexing customs of Vietnam's diverse ethnic minorities. Among them, the Hmong people have a tradition that, at first glance, might sound startling: bride kidnapping. But before jumping to conclusions, it's important to understand that this practice is a traditional courtship ritual rather than an act of abduction. When a young couple mutually agrees to marry, the groom may kidnap the bride, meaning he takes her to his home as a symbolic gesture of proposing marriage. If she agrees to stay and both families give their approval, a formal wedding ceremony follows. If she decides she no longer wishes to continue, she is free to leave without any coercion or detention. Although the name might suggest something sinister, this custom emphasizes freedom of choice and mutual consent, underscoring a different perspective on courtship and marriage. This tradition is not exclusive to the Hmong. many other ethnic groups across Vietnam have their own distinctive wedding customs. For example, among the Dao people, wedding celebrations can extend over several days, filled with colorful processions, lively music, energetic dancing, and ancestral rituals. These ceremonies are so elaborate that guests often become exhausted before the official feast even begins. In this community, the bride is the one to propose, flipping the typical script of marriage proposals found elsewhere. Additionally, after the wedding, the groom moves into the bride's family home, creating a rare example of matriarchal influence within Asian cultures, an unusual occurrence that adds to the rich tapestry of Vietnam's diverse traditions. Imagine the excitement and thrill of being part of such a wedding, where the roles are reversed and the usual expectations are turned upside down. The process of proposing, the communal celebrations, and the deep-rooted ancestral reverence all contribute to a vibrant cultural mosaic that is both engaging and inspiring. Even funerals among Vietnam's ethnic minorities carry profound significance. For instance, the Lola and Thai peoples offer symbolic foods to the deceased, serving as expressions of love and faith, symbolizing their belief that the soul remains close and continues to be cared for beyond death. Meanwhile, the Hani people have their own unique ways of commemorating the departed, reflecting the diverse spiritual beliefs and cultural identities that flourish across Vietnam's many ethnic landscapes. In Vietnamese culture, the connection between the living and the departed is deeply rooted in tradition and expressed through unique rituals that transcend mere customs. For example, families often carve intricate wooden statues of their loved ones who have passed away and then sit beside these silent figures. They eat, converse, and share stories as if the deceased were still present among them, alive in spirit and memory. This act of sitting next to the carved likenesses fosters a sense of ongoing presence, a poignant reminder that those who have left us are never truly gone. In Vietnam, even the most unusual and seemingly extraordinary customs carry profound messages about love, respect, and the unbreakable bonds that endure beyond death. These traditions serve as a testament to a worldview where love and connection transcend the boundaries of mortality. Imagine being faced with a choice. Would you prefer to spend 5 days celebrating a wedding, with all its festivities and joy, or would you rather sit quietly for a conversation with a wooden statue of a loved one? It's a question that invites reflection on the diverse ways cultures honor their memories. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Moving to a different aspect of Vietnamese life, let us explore the vibrant and rich coffee culture that has become an integral part of the nation's identity. Today, Vietnam stands as the second largest coffee exporter globally, trailing only Brazil, and it has established itself as a powerhouse in the realm of coffee production. Remarkably, Vietnam leads the world in robotic coffee manufacturing, producing nearly 40% of the total global supply with automated precision. While Arabica beans are often regarded as milder and more refined, Vietnamese Robusta beans are highly esteemed for their bold, lively flavor, intense caffeine content, and the dense, luscious crema they produce. In Vietnam, even the internationally renowned coffee with its rich, dark hue, often called Ca Phi Den, is brewed from these very beans. This beverage is considered a delicacy, ranked among the 10 most expensive coffees in the world, treasured for its sophistication, depth of flavor, and rarity. However, the essence of Vietnamese coffee culture extends far beyond just quantities. It's about creating a distinctive atmosphere that turns each cup into a social experience. Consider, for example, a simple cafe serving iced coffee with sweetened condensed milk, an iconic national treasure that CNN has recognized as one of the finest coffees in the world. But Vietnam's inventive spirit has also birthed a variety of unique coffee creations that delight both locals and visitors alike. Among these, egg coffee stands out, a luxurious concoction that blends whipped egg yolk with hot coffee, resulting in a velvety, smooth drink that has been hailed by National Geographic as a must-try experience before you die. Other inventive varieties include salted coffee and coconut coffee, two authentic beverages that pleasantly surprise travelers with their unusual yet harmonious flavors. For many Vietnamese, coffee is so much more than just a caffeine fix. It's a vital part of daily life, a moment to pause amid the hustle and bustle, to chat with friends, and to enjoy a peaceful break. From bustling street stalls to chic, modern cafes, Coffee in Vietnam acts as a social glue, fostering friendships and creating memories. It symbolizes a chance to slow down, to connect, and to savor the simple pleasures of life. Turning our attention to Vietnam's remarkable achievements in agriculture, it becomes clear that the country is not only a coffee giant but also a formidable force on the global agricultural stage. As of the year 2024, Vietnam consistently ranks among the top 15 agricultural exporters worldwide, and it leads in several strategic commodities. For instance, it holds the top position globally in cashew nut exports, both in terms of volume and value, showcasing its dominance in this sector. Furthermore, Vietnam is the world's primary supplier of black pepper, controlling over 80% of the global market share. Its influence extends to tropical fruits, with the country controlling a significant portion of the market for dragon fruit, a fruit that has become synonymous with Vietnam's rich agricultural output. Additionally, Vietnam is recognized as one of the 3 largest exporters of rice in the world, with its renowned Sort 25 rice once celebrated as the best rice globally. The country also excels in the export of farmed shrimp and tropical fruits, further emphasizing its diverse agricultural portfolio. This impressive agricultural prowess is no accident but results from a strategic combination of factors that work in harmony. First, Vietnam's tropical monsoon climate creates ideal conditions for cultivating a wide array of crops, from lush rice paddies to vibrant tropical fruits. Second, the country's fertile lands, coupled with an extensive network of rivers, particularly in regions like the Mekong Delta, offer a highly favorable environment for farming, supporting the growth of rice, fruits, and industrial crops. Third, Vietnamese farmers are renowned for their hard work, ingenuity, and adaptability. They are eager to adopt modern agricultural techniques and cutting-edge technology to improve yields and efficiency, ensuring Vietnam's position as a leading global exporter. In every sphere, from traditions rooted in honoring the departed to thanks to their unique strengths and qualities, Vietnamese products have managed to do more than just succeed within their own borders. They have gained the confidence to venture into international markets, often highly competitive and demanding, thereby bolstering Vietnam's reputation as a prominent and reliable global supplier of food and other goods. This remarkable achievement reflects the resilience, quality, and ingenuity embedded within Vietnamese industries. Moving on to a different marvel, let us explore the world's largest cave, a natural wonder that continues to fascinate and inspire awe. This extraordinary cavern is known as Sun Dong, a name that resonates with grandeur and mystery. Nestled deep within the lush landscapes of Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Vietnam, Sun Dong Cave hides secrets that have captivated explorers and scientists alike since its discovery in 2009. This colossal underground system stretches an impressive 9 kilometers in length, with ceilings soaring up to 200 meters high, and its width reaching approximately 150 meters, a size that could comfortably accommodate a sprawling skyscraper. The formation of this geological giant took place over millions of years, specifically between 2 and 5 million years ago. It was sculpted gradually by underground rivers that tirelessly eroded the limestone, carving out vast chambers and creating an array of spectacular rock formations. But the allure of Sun Dong extends far beyond its sheer size. Inside the cavern lies a pristine jungle, a subterranean river flowing quietly through its depths, and a self-sustaining ecosystem that might still harbor species yet unknown to science. Such a vibrant, untouched environment has earned scientists the nickname Jurassic Park, as it resembles a hidden, prehistoric world sealed away from human interference. This secluded realm is bordered by towering stalactites that extend up to 80 meters in height, formed over centuries by the slow drip of mineral-rich water. These natural columns create an awe-inspiring cathedral-like interior, a symphony of mineral deposits and natural artistry. The entire cave exudes an otherworldly beauty that is unmatched anywhere else on Earth. The BBC has even dubbed Sun Dong Vietnam's gift to adventurers, emphasizing its status as a treasure for explorers seeking the extraordinary. Due to the delicate and fragile nature of this ecosystem, access is carefully controlled and limited. Only around 1,000 fortunate visitors are granted permission each year. An expedition to Sun Dong is not a mere sightseeing tour. it is a journey into the very depths of the Earth's history and natural wonder. The cost of such an adventure is approximately $3,000 per person, a price that reflects the exclusivity and complexity of exploring this underground marvel. For those with a spirit of true adventure, it is an experience that transcends typical tourism, leaving an indelible mark on their memory and inspiring awe for the natural world's boundless creativity and resilience. Turning our attention to a different facet of Vietnam's cultural richness, we come to the vibrant floating markets of the Mekong Delta, an iconic scene devoid of modern shopping malls and supermarkets. Here, commerce takes place directly on the water, transforming the river itself into a lively marketplace that embodies the region's unique way of life. Every morning, hundreds of wooden boats gather in the heart of the river, each serving as a floating store brimming with a diverse array of goods. These boats offer everything from fresh fruits and vegetables to seafood, dried goods, and even hot meals such as steaming bowls of pho, fragrant crab noodles, bún riêu, or the classic Vietnamese baguette, known locally as banh mi. Navigating these markets is akin to strolling through a bustling street market, but instead of walking on pavement, you glide along the water's surface. Interestingly, the vendors do not shout advertisements to attract customers. Instead, they display their wares on poles attached to their boats, presenting clear signs and labels that can be seen from afar. This quiet, unhurried style of commerce creates a relaxed atmosphere, where buyers can leisurely choose their goods without the chaos often associated with traditional markets. The most renowned of these floating markets is the Kai Rang Floating Market in Cantha Province. Recognized by CNN as one of the most unusual markets in the world, it offers visitors the unique opportunity to hop onto a boat, sip a cup of freshly brewed coffee, and enjoy a hot bowl of traditional pho, all while gently floating on the water. This vibrant scene is made possible by skilled traders who expertly row their boats, cook, and chat casually with customers as if they were old friends. The experience captures the essence of Vietnamese hospitality and ingenuity, making it a memorable and authentic encounter with local life that continues to enchant travelers from around the globe. On a misty morning, when a faint, delicate veil of fog still drapes itself over the flowing waters of the river, the atmosphere is alive with a symphony of sounds and sensations that embody the very essence of the Delta Mekonga. The gentle hum of engines and motors punctuates the air, blending seamlessly with the lively voices of merchants, each calling out to attract customers and showcase their wares. The aroma of freshly prepared foods and ripe, fragrant fruits wafts through the air, inviting passers-by to indulge in the simple pleasures of this vibrant market. This moment, captured in time, is a true reflection of the rich, authentic life that pulses through the heart of the Delta. It is characterized by its simplicity and generosity, yet it carries a surprising depth of soulfulness that resonates with anyone fortunate enough to experience it firsthand. If you ever find yourself wandering into this lively scene, do not overlook the opportunity to immerse yourself in the rhythm of this bustling market. You might leave not only with your chosen purchases but also with a fragment of your heart forever captured by the vibrant spirit of this place. Moving to a different part of the world, we encounter the Vietnamese language, a language often regarded as one of the most complex and challenging for Western learners to master. Vietnamese, the official tongue of Vietnam, is frequently described as an intricate linguistic puzzle, largely due to its tonal system. In fact, the language employs 6 distinct tones, and a mere change in the pitch or intonation of a single syllable can completely transform the meaning of a word. This subtle shift can turn what seems like a straightforward phrase into a confusing riddle, creating hurdles for those unfamiliar with its nuances. But the tonal complexity is just the beginning. The Vietnamese vocabulary is rich with words that possess multiple meanings, with context playing a crucial role in deciphering the intended message. This layered ambiguity can easily perplex beginners who are still learning the language's subtleties. Beyond vocabulary, the system of pronouns and forms of address adds another layer of complexity. Unlike English, where pronouns such as I and you are used universally, Vietnamese speakers must select from dozens of different forms depending on factors like age, social status, and the closeness of the relationship. Every conversation, therefore, becomes a fascinating puzzle, requiring attention to detail and cultural awareness. Despite these challenges, learning Vietnamese is an incredibly rewarding endeavor, an intellectual adventure that captivates the learner and leaves a lasting impression. Once you begin to study it, the language's beauty and complexity will never cease to fascinate you. Turning to the spiritual landscape of Vietnam, one finds a country vibrant with diverse beliefs and deeply rooted traditions that shape everyday life. The spiritual fabric here is woven from various faiths and practices, which not only coexist peacefully but also intertwine harmoniously within local communities. At the heart of this spiritual diversity are three principal belief systems: Buddhism, the worship of the Mother Goddess, and ancestral veneration. Each of these traditions has a profound influence on Vietnamese culture, history, and social practices. Buddhism, introduced to the region many centuries ago, has become an integral part of the national consciousness. Its presence is evident in ancient temples, philosophical teachings, and major annual festivals that draw millions of devotees and visitors alike. The country's hosting of the United Nations Visakha Day celebrations in the year 2025, with participation from over 80 countries, underscores the significance of Buddhism as a vital component of Asian cultural identity. Iconic spiritual sites such as Tran Quoc Pagoda, Yangtu Temple, and Bulong Pagoda stand as awe-inspiring symbols of faith, each distinguished by their extraordinary architecture and serene atmospheres, inviting reflection and reverence. Alongside Buddhism, the veneration of the Mother Goddess, closely linked to folk beliefs, occupies a special place in Vietnamese culture. Deities like Mao Luhan and Mao Tiangen are revered as embodiments of nature's power and nurturing femininity, embodying the deep respect for natural elements and the feminine principle that pervades traditional practices. The Hao Zhao ritual, recognized by UNESCO as a unique cultural heritage, beautifully combines ritual, music, and theatrical performance into a mesmerizing spectacle that celebrates fertility, harmony, and community bonds. Finally, ancestral worship remains a cornerstone of Vietnamese spiritual life. Despite its simplicity and practice, it holds profound importance within family traditions. The home altar, often a central feature in Vietnamese households, serves as a sacred space where family members honor their ancestors, remembering loved ones and expressing gratitude. This act of remembrance symbolizes the continuity of generations and embodies a deep respect for the past, reinforcing familial bonds and cultural identity across generations. In Vietnam, these intertwined beliefs and practices form a spiritual mosaic that continues to flourish, enriching the lives of the people and preserving centuries-old traditions amid the changing tides of modernity. Vietnam's diverse array of spiritual practices exemplifies a beautiful blend of ancient traditions infused with fresh, revitalizing energy. These practices are in constant dialogue with the evolving currents of global culture, shaping and reflecting the very soul of the Vietnamese people. The country is a living mosaic of beliefs, rituals, and customs that have been passed down through countless generations, yet continue to adapt and flourish in the modern world. Turning our attention to its vibrant festivals, we find that Vietnam boasts over 8,000 celebrations spread across the nation, each imbued with its own distinctive atmosphere and deep cultural significance. These festivals are not merely events. They are immersive experiences that evoke powerful emotions and offer insight into the heart of Vietnamese life. Some festivals are so mesmerizing and captivating that visitors find themselves unable to look away, drawn into their enchanting rhythms and stories. Let us take a closer look at some of the most renowned and cherished festivals that exemplify Vietnam's rich cultural tapestry. The first and most important holiday is the Nguyen Dan, more commonly known as the Lunar New Year. This festival holds a central place in Vietnamese society, serving as a time for families to reunite, honor their ancestors, and wish for prosperity and good fortune in the coming year. During this period, the entire country is filled with an unmistakable sense of joy and celebration. Colorful flower markets bloom with vibrant hues of pink, yellow, and red, creating a lively mosaic that beckons passers-by. Homes are beautifully decorated with lanterns and red banners inscribed with auspicious phrases, transforming neighborhoods into glowing spectacles of festivity. Families come together to prepare traditional dishes, each recipe carrying its own symbolism and history, and perform special New Year rituals to invite blessings. Exchanging red envelopes filled with money, symbolizing good luck and prosperity, is a cherished custom that reinforces bonds of love and hope. The festive spirit is further amplified by energetic traditional dances, such as the lively LVOV dance, and a variety of folk games that evoke laughter and camaraderie. These elements create an atmosphere that is warm, welcoming, and full of life, an authentic reflection of the Vietnamese spirit of unity and renewal. Another significant festival is the Huang Festival, typically celebrated between the 1st and 3rd lunar months, especially in Hanoi. This pilgrimage to a sacred Buddhist shrine attracts thousands of devotees seeking inner peace and good fortune. The journey often begins with a serene boat ride along a tranquil river, surrounded by majestic limestone mountains that seem to touch the sky. As pilgrims arrive at their destination, they ascend the mountains to visit ancient temples, monasteries, and often hidden caves that hold spiritual significance. Vietnam's festivals are not solely expressions of faith. They serve as a gateway to appreciating the country's breathtaking natural landscapes and enjoying traditional music genres such as cheo and hat. For example, the Hue Festival, held every 2 years in the historic city of Hue, is a spectacular international event dedicated to celebrating the city's imperial past. This festival features elaborate reconstructions of court ceremonies, allowing visitors to step back in time and witness the grandeur of Vietnam's imperial era. The festival's music program is equally captivating, showcasing refined imperial melodies alongside poetic songs that evoke deep emotion. The streets come alive with vibrant parades, traditional and contemporary performances, and art exhibitions that highlight Vietnam's rich cultural heritage. People from around the world flock to Hue during this time, eager to experience its unique blend of history and modernity. Another fascinating event is the Sapa Love Market, which takes place every Saturday evening in the mountainous town of Sapa. This gathering is a one-of-a-kind occasion where young men and women from various ethnic minorities, such as the Hmong and Dao, come together to socialize and seek romantic connections. The air is filled with the melodious sounds of the Ken, a traditional instrument used to call a lover, as well as heartfelt songs of courtship that echo through the cool mountain air. Visitors can join in traditional Isho dancing or partake in lively folk games, immersing themselves fully in the romance, music, and cultural richness of Vietnam's northern highlands. Each of these festivals transcends mere entertainment. They are windows into the very essence of Vietnamese culture, history, and spiritual values. They serve as living expressions of the country's collective identity and offer travelers a chance to connect with its vibrant traditions. If you had the opportunity to visit Vietnam, which of these festivals would you be most eager to experience? We invite you to share your thoughts and dreams with us, as each festival offers a unique story waiting to be discovered. Moving beyond festivals, the question of must-see places in Vietnam naturally arises. When exploring this captivating country, it is impossible not to be drawn to its stunning natural landscapes, historic sites, and culturally significant landmarks. The allure of Vietnam's most remarkable destinations lies not only in their breathtaking beauty but also in the deep stories and traditions they embody, making every journey a truly enriching experience. Embark on a journey through Vietnam and immerse yourself in an experience that leaves a truly distinctive impression, one that lingers long after the trip has ended. Begin your adventure in Hanoi, the historic capital city that has proudly stood for over 1,000 years, bearing witness to the centuries of cultural evolution that have shaped the nation. Here, the air is thick with a harmonious blend of old-world charm and lively modernity. Classical French architecture, with its elegant facades and charming boulevards, stands shoulder to shoulder with ancient temples and bustling street markets, creating a vibrant tapestry that vividly depicts the country's rich and diverse life. A walk through the winding, narrow streets of the Old Quarter is an absolute must. It's a place where tradition and contemporary energy collide in a captivating dance. While exploring, be sure to visit the resting place of Ho Chi Minh, whose mausoleum stands as a solemn reminder of the nation's revolutionary history. During your time in Hanoi, don't miss the chance to savor the city's signature beverage, egg coffee, a rich and velvety drink that perfectly encapsulates Hanoi's inventive spirit. From Hanoi, make your way southward to the ancient city of Hue, a place steeped in history and cultural grandeur. This city preserves the treasures of the Nguyen Ninh dynasty with meticulous care, making it a living open-air museum. The Imperial City of Hue, designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, invites visitors to step back in time and explore its magnificent palaces, temples, and gates that echo stories of Vietnam's royal past. Nearby, the ancient tombs of former kings stand as silent witnesses to a bygone era, their intricate architecture and serene gardens offering a glimpse into the country's imperial history. Beyond the historical sites, indulge in the royal cuisine that once graced the tables of Vietnam's emperors. Dishes such as bún bò Huế, bánh bèo, and bánh nọ, each bursting with authentic flavors and culinary artistry. These dishes serve as a delicious link to the country's regal past and cultural identity. For those seeking a peaceful retreat away from the hustle and bustle of city life, the town of Sapa in the northern mountains offers an ideal escape. Known for its cool, refreshing climate, Sapa is a haven for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. Surrounded by lush green rice terraces that cascade down the hillsides, the town is dotted with villages inhabited by ethnic minorities such as the Hmong and Dao. Visitors can embark on scenic hikes through these villages, engaging with local communities and learning about their unique traditions and crafts. For the more adventurous, conquering Phan Xipang, the highest peak in Southeast Asia, is a rewarding challenge that provides breathtaking panoramic views. The pristine scenery, combined with the warmth and friendliness of the local people, ensures that every moment in Sapa becomes an unforgettable memory. No visit to Vietnam would be complete without experiencing the awe-inspiring beauty of Halong Bay, one of the country's most iconic natural wonders. Comprising over 1,600 limestone islands and islets, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is a mesmerizing landscape of towering karsts and emerald waters. Here, you can indulge in leisurely boat cruises, explore mysterious caves adorned with stalactites and stalagmites, or glide through the calm waters in a kayak. Swimming in the bay's clear waters or relaxing on deck while soaking in the scenic vistas offers a perfect escape into nature's embrace. Halong Bay's serene beauty makes it a paradise for nature enthusiasts and those seeking tranquil relaxation. Finally, venture southward to Phuc Island, a tropical haven renowned for its pristine white beaches, crystal clear waters, and luxurious resorts. This idyllic destination is the perfect spot to unwind and indulge in leisure activities such as swimming, diving, or simply watching the sunset from a beachside bar. The peaceful atmosphere of Phuc Island invites visitors to relax fully, away from the noise of everyday life. Meanwhile, the vibrant local and night markets provide a feast for the senses with fresh seafood, exotic fruits, and handcrafted souvenirs, offering a glimpse into the island's lively cultural scene. Turning to Vietnam's culinary heritage, it becomes evident that the country's cuisine is a remarkable journey through a palette of unexpected flavors, shaped by regional influences and historical traditions. Northern Vietnam delights with dishes that are light, delicate, and often less spicy, highlighted by their natural sweetness and subtle flavors. For example, in Hanoi, traditional dishes like bun hang and Hanoi's famous phon chai emphasize the purity of broths and the freshness of vegetables, creating a harmonious balance that pleases the palate. Among these, pho, often hailed as the soul of Vietnamese cuisine, has gained international recognition and was even included in CNN's list of the 50 best dishes worldwide. The dish's global fame was further cemented when President Barack Obama visited Hanoi and enjoyed a bowl of pho, bringing the city's culinary scene into the international spotlight. Additionally, Hanoi's egg coffee, or ca phi trung, has become an international sensation thanks to its rich, creamy texture and sweet, aromatic flavor. Whether your interest lies in exploring the refined elegance of a sophisticated cuisine, in tasting bold and adventurous flavors, or in discovering entirely new gastronomic experiences, Vietnamese cuisine offers a culinary journey that is truly unforgettable. Its rich tapestry of tastes, aromas, and textures promises to delight any palate, making every meal a memorable event. Moving beyond the culinary delights, let's consider what it's like to live in Vietnam, specifically focusing on the affordability and quality of life that the country offers. Number 15 on our list is the cost of living in Vietnam, a factor that many find surprisingly reasonable given its vibrant culture and rapid development. Not only does living here immerse you in a history-rich environment filled with traditions and customs, but it also allows you to enjoy a lifestyle that is surprisingly budget-friendly, especially when compared to the high living costs typical of major Western cities. In bustling cities such as Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, the cost of renting a one-bedroom apartment located right in the heart of the city center hovers around $400 to $800 per month. If you prefer a more modest or private space, opting for a studio apartment or accommodation situated outside the city center can significantly reduce your housing expenses, with prices ranging between $250 and $500. The expenses for utilities, which include electricity, water, and internet services, are also quite manageable, generally falling between $50 and $100 each month. Food, an essential part of everyday life, is remarkably affordable and diverse. Street food stalls serve up local delicacies like bun pho or katham, with each serving costing merely $1 to $2. The quality and flavor of these dishes are often on par with those served in high-end restaurants, making it possible to enjoy authentic Vietnamese cuisine without overspending. For those who prefer dining out at a more upscale venue, a well-prepared dinner in a reputable restaurant typically costs about $15 per person. If you enjoy cooking at home, your weekly grocery bill for fresh produce, herbs, and other ingredients would be approximately $25, which is quite economical. Transportation costs are also kept low, making getting around the city both simple and affordable. A single bus ride costs roughly 40 US cents, while taxis or rideshare services such as Grab and Bee may charge anywhere from $3 to $5 for short trips within the city. For those who prefer the freedom and convenience of a motorcycle, renting one costs only about $50 per month, providing an economical and flexible way to navigate urban streets. Additional expenses for maintaining a comfortable lifestyle remain modest. A gym membership typically ranges from $15 to $50 per month, depending on the facilities and location. Laundry services are affordable, usually costing between $1 and $2 per kilogram of clothing. Basic dental checkups or treatments are quite inexpensive as well, with visits ranging from $10 to $30. When all these factors are combined, the total monthly expenditure for an individual living comfortably in Vietnam generally falls between $700 and $1,000. For this amount, one can enjoy a good standard of living, indulge in local culture, and savor each day without financial stress. Reflecting on these facts, many may find it surprising just how affordable life in Vietnam can be, especially considering the level of comfort and cultural richness available here. Which of these points about living in Vietnam caught your attention the most? Or perhaps you have your own interesting observations or experiences to share? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please keep in mind that these figures are approximate and intended for general reference, so it's always wise to conduct your own detailed research before making any plans to relocate. I hope you found today's overview informative and engaging. If you enjoyed this content, please consider giving us a like and subscribing to our channel so you won't miss out on future videos filled with insightful information and fascinating destinations. Your support encourages us to produce even more compelling and useful content. Be sure to watch the next video that appears on your screen. I am confident you will find it equally interesting. And don't forget to leave a comment telling us which country or city you would like us to explore next. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.